Well, today let's learn something about the gorilla. But the fact is, they're not just gorilla, they're mountains gorilla. And we'll look at their 10 facts. But something very specific about this mountain gorilla is their physicality, their behavior, their habitat. And one thing you need to know, 1/3 of the world's endangered mountain gorilla lives in Virunga National Park, which is about 3,000 square miles. So let's go and see what are the facts and looks into details about this endangered species that 1/3 of these animals or these big primates, they live in 1 geographical miles. Well, one thing I always say about gorilla, there's a lot of fact we can talk. We can talk about their ability. We can talk about how their relationship with human, how their characteristics and behavior to human. But that's too much in details. Let's just get a learning of the 10 interesting facts about these mountain gorillas. I include both male and female. And one question I ask is, did you know that a male gorilla can eat up to 30 kilos every day? Vegetarian, every single day, 30 kilos of vegetables in his belly. And that is one of the key characteristics or the unique of this mountain gorilla. While female, they can only eat 18 kilo per day. So let's look about these two species and let's start thinking how endangered these species are. So one thing you need to know is these animals are one of the first endangered species in the world. And something again is their population are still decreasing and threatened by illegal trade. And think this way, it's only 2,600 of these gorilla are on the nature today in the Virunga National Park, and the remaining in the wild on the eastern and western Gorilla Mountains area is about 360,000. So really, we need to decrease the illegal trade. Well, let's see now where this gorilla lives. One thing I learned, and I remember one of the guides always used to be in one of the guiding perspective is gorillas are the gardeners. They are forest gardeners, meaning they have a cycle role in the germinations and progression of the plants in the forest. As a behavior who feed on the fruits and plants, seed pass through their system during their digestion system. So we can see what the point here is. When they eat and they keep moving and they pull those seeds, then the seeds keeps growing and growing, and that cycle keeps going and going. And some of these fish plant, you could not flourish without them. And one thing again is gorilla, they are very sensitive, very sensitive. It's only one of the animal species that are very sensitive to change, and especially to change on the environment. And this is why any changes on the environment or in their habitat will impact them significantly, and they will probably die, move, and they will vanish, and you will never see them again. But one thing again about how do they wear and how do they sleep. So every evening, gorilla build the nest to sleep using the vegetations. So they pull vegetation exactly like human being what they do, and then they make a nest And how they do is they make a rim. They make a rim and they put leaves and soft leaves in the middle as their bed to be very comfortable. Commonly they sleep in the trees, but they can also sleep in the ground. And silverback sleep on the ground more than the female. And each animal build their own nest, except infant who sleep with their mother. And that's something very important. And when they have infant that they sleep with the mother, the duty of the man is to look at that family and make sure that no predators or no intruders will come and take the young away from them. Well, last but not least, why do males have the silver hair on their back? So this is one thing very common when you go and see the mountain gorilla, and this is why. So the gorilla are the largest primates. That's very clear. These are the largest primates in the wild today, and the males grow taller, bigger, and more muscular than female, and they grow silver hair on their back during the puberty, which occurs when they're about 14, 15 to 16 years. So this is when they started growing, getting more muscular. And something you need to know is why that silver hair grows. And this is because due to the increase in testosterone that makes their hair grow silver, and that is the difference between the puberty male gorilla and the younger one, or the one that are growing and getting to that. Where there's two gorilla species, there's western gorilla and eastern gorilla, but each one is divided in two subspecies. And that's what I said at the beginning, that the western gorillas, they're only about 2,600 species left on the planet today, while the eastern gorilla, there are about 360,000 left is today. So really, guys, let's keep these animals, not pet them, but supporting them in their nature. As what says, it's the feel of human in nature.